Intel lost $16 billion the day he rejected Apple's offer. Steve Jobs walked into a room at Intel. He had an idea, a smartphone. He wanted Intel to build the chip inside it. Intel's CEO name was Paul Otellini. He looked at the price Apple wanted to pay. Then he said no. He shook Steve Jobs' hand. He walked back to his office. He closed the door. Intel did not build a single chip for the first iPhone. Apple had to find someone else. Here's why Otellini said no. Intel built chips for computers, big computers, desktops, laptops. Those chips sold for a high price, but Intel didn't sell many of them, just a few million a year. Apple wanted something different, a cheap chip, but millions and millions of them. Otellini ran the numbers the old way, his PC way. High price, low volume, big profit. He looked at Apple's offer and did the math. The price was too low, the profit was too small. He didn't know how many phones the world would want. Not a few million, hundreds of millions, every single year. He was using a calculator built for the wrong industry. Years passed. A reporter sat down with Otellini. He asked him about that meeting back in 2005. Otellini didn't dodge the question. He said it was his biggest regret. He said no one could have known how big phones would get. He put a number on his mistake. $16 billion, gone, handed to another company because of one meeting and one wrong guess. So Apple walked away from Intel, and Apple knocked on Samsung's door instead. Samsung said yes. Samsung built the chip for the first iPhone. The deal saved Apple's launch. The iPhone shipped on time. The world got its phone. But Steve Jobs didn't like depending on another company. Samsung made phones too. Samsung was a rival, not just a supplier. Every chip Samsung built was a peek inside Apple's plans. Jobs wanted control. He wanted Apple's chips built by Apple, not borrowed from someone who could compete with them tomorrow. So, Apple made a decision. Apple started hiring chip engineers, quietly, one at a time. First a few, then dozens, then hundreds. They pulled in experts from failed chip companies. They pulled in designers nobody else wanted anymore. Nobody outside Apple knew what they were building. In 2010, Apple showed the world a new chip called the A4, built in-house, designed by Apple, not bought from anyone. It powered the iPad first, then the iPhone 4. Every iPhone after that ran on Apple's own silicon. No more Samsung processors inside, no more asking permission, no more sharing plans with a rival. Apple had done what Intel never saw coming. Here's the twist. Those phone chips Apple built, they kept getting better, faster, smarter, year after year. Apple's engineers didn't stop at phones. They started asking a new question. If our phone chips are this good, why are we still buying Intel chips for our computers? In 2020, Apple gave their answer. A new chip called the M1, built with the same technology from the iPhone. Now inside Mac laptops and desktops, it was faster than Intel's chips. It used less power too. Intel chips were gone from Macs within 2 years. The company Apple once needed for a phone chip got pushed out of computers too. That decision in 2005 didn't just cost Intel one deal, it cost them a front row seat to the future. While Apple was busy building world-class chips, another company was busy too. TSMC, based in Taiwan. TSMC started making chips for Apple, then for everyone else who needed them. Better chips, smaller chips, faster than Intel could build. Today, Intel is behind. Their factories are delayed, their new chips ship late. TSMC leads the industry now, not Intel. One meeting, one wrong bet on volume, back in 2005. That's where it started.